someone else played Ursa and it was pretty, I can't really seem to remember who it was pretty active in the early game.
Yeah, Ursa, especially if he gets off to a good start. I mean, he just runs in, swipes up those Furies, swipe stacks, and at some point, you know, he still has the Enrage available, so it's kind of hard to burst through him as a target. Very easy for him to chase with those phase boots. We'll see how things go here. One win. They've drafted around setting up their mid lane for success, it feels like. The other two side lanes very stable, but they're trying to pin Stoikov's Storm down. I think I very much agree with this strategy because OG feels like so far in this Dream League Division 2, they've relied a lot on their mid laner to make moves for them and open up the map. So if he can't find that avenue, if he can't find those opportunities, it might not be the best look, right? It's not like Lycan necessarily can make plays happen by himself. Same thing for the Ursa. He just wants to farm up until he gets his blink.
This is definitely going to be, I think, a lot of action going on in the first 10 minutes of the game. There's going to be a lot of fighting. Who is going to reign supreme here? I think just based on lineups, I think One Win has the upper hand with the support duo. Rubik and Shadow Demon definitely not as strong as if you compare them to the Tiny and Disruptor in the early game. I mean, it's indeed a position 5 SD as well. So SD and Rubik, they are going to, you know, want to not get run over too hard, you know, by this Disruptor and Tiny in the early game. And now they're going to smoke. They're going to try to maybe get an early first blood here, both sides coming in.
This is the safe route.
So common right now, this move. Almost like every other game we see this move. Maybe a little different of a variation.
I mean, already a head start for Stoikov as he hits that level 2 first and continues to be able to just shove the wave in. Sweden Strong trying for a pull. Whoa, Big Daddy put in his big booty in front of the Tiny. Might have to turn around in an avalanche. He might be going down. The blood grenade comes through. I mean, this is a lot of damage put on Sweden Strong. I don't know how much he can continue to make this move. And Big Daddy might have just gotten a kill. Tried for the block, but the last hit is there. The menace stacks, you got to show respect there. The stacking damage amplification from the Shadow Demon auto attacks, I think, catching the Tiny off guard.
Yeah, also the Tiny didn't have boots. He only had wind lace. So he's a lot slower than usual doing this type of pull. So paying the price there against SD. SD is definitely not someone you want to mess with, you know. Very similar to Bane at level 1, you're very, very strong.
Bit of a glimpse back. Blood grenade, body blocks. Holy, OG. Whatever it is they had for breakfast, I want a bit of a taste of that. They are going through some crazy body blocking sequences.
Yeah, this is very, very important for them, for this Rubik and SD to catapult forward so they can actually fend off the Disruptor and Tiny later. I think this is going to help them a lot when it comes to the room battles. I mean, in terms of CS, the Storm and the SF, they are quite similar right now. 12-1 for the Storm. SF has 11-0. Fighting also going pretty evenly. Ursa and Lycan 10-10. Terrorblade Tango 8-7. So despite the kills, the CS for the cores are still very, very close.
Yeah. The Triple S, I don't think he ever dies here unless he uses both of his spells randomly to secure creeps or something. Maybe then No-Tail and Shad can try for an attempt on him. If not, any other time they try to do so, he's just going to very easily swashbuckle or shield crash away. Just turn that trade around as well. As you get more levels on the SF, it's going to get easier. It's off guard. And No-Tail immediately with the voice line, hey, as long as we stay positive, we'll win. Don't worry about that death, brother. We're doing good. We're hanging on. We kind of expected this.